Howdy, and welcome to the Lunch Table, a podcast where a couple buddies and I get together every week to bullshit around the table, kind of like we did in high school.
This one's my buddy.
Well, that's true. That's true. I get to meet him today.
He's my old friend, your new friend.
My new friend. And all of their new
Look,
friends.
there's plenty enough for me to go around.
Right.
Honestly.
That's the way most of CJ's friends work. He doesn't make friends himself. He has to have a friend of a friend of a friend. That's what
Share. Share. I think it's fun to share.
Oh, I thought you were about to go on some weird, like, Sonny and Cher tangent.
No. But you got to be careful on this podcast. We can. But let me introduce who's around the table. First, we have our special guest, Nick. I never paid more than $5 for a lot lizard. Waller.
Oh, man.
Not even like $5.25.
No.
Like for an extra quarter you found in the.
He has his
on the
price.
parking lot?
He has
That's
his
it?
price.
That's it.
Yeah, I charge
business.
$5.
Yeah.
Oh, do what now? Oh, yes, no, I don't pay more than $5?
Those are the
Sure.
blue chip lot lizards.
Yeah, sure.
And also, we have my right-hand man, Mr. Google himself, the only guy on the podcast who can do math. Drew, my man tits are chafing. Watsonizer.
It's also my birthday.
It is his
Happy
birthday.
birthday.
Happy
Can
birthday.
you do, like,
guys.
are you allowed to sing happy birthday, or is that, like, one of those copyrighted things?
It's probably copyrighted.
We did it, but we did it really bad for him.
Yeah, that is true. It was
Okay.
really awful. We'll skip on over, especially because it's 29 and no one wants to be 29.
Yeah.
Nobody wants to be 37 either, but
No, dude.
here we are.
Yeah, it
I
happens.
forgot you're that much older.
Yeah, dude, it sucks.
All right, let's get into it.
CJ.
It's-
Howdy. They're trying to get me to say my age.
I don't know, you look
I'm
like
29.
a cool 42.
I'm 29. I'm 42.
I said you look like a cool 42.
Oh, I am a cool 42, dude. A lot of people think I'm young. I don't know why. But they question me doing my job all the time. They'll be like, well, how long have you been doing this? And I'm like, I'm 30. And they're like, oh, really? It's like, yeah.
I don't get that. I don't get anything like that at work. I get, what the fuck are you doing over here? You go over there. That's long.
You're in the wrong place.
You gotta introduce the most important person.
Oh, yeah, that is true. Your host with the most.
Fake users on TikTok.
Ooh, I do have a lot of fake users.
They cannot pass a captcha.
They might. I don't know. I don't even know what is that where you gotta type the shit?
Yeah, that's where
Yeah.
to
Yeah, it'd
see
be
if their
like,
computer.
it'd be
Yeah.
like, click on the pictures of
Right.
this fucking cow manure, and then like you got to click on a picture out of like a grid of like 16. And it'll be like some cow shit, and it'll be like that dude sucking the homeless dude's dick in the fucking background of 4chan. You remember that picture?
Yes.
And
yeah.
then
Homeless
Oh,
blowjob.
homeless.
and then it resets, and you gotta do it again.
Is a homeless blowjob better than a toothless blowjob? Or can you get both in one? Wait, do I gotta pay?
Ooh,
Do I gotta pay for?
is that an extra tier?
Yeah, I think
I
so.
feel like homeless blowjob is probably better because that dude's homeless and he's probably just doing it for fun.
Right.
Because if he was doing it enough and charging, he might at least have a hotel room.
Right.
So dude's
Like
obviously
it's an
doing
art
it for
for
free.
him.
Yeah, like he's
Yeah.
just all about that teeth though.
Yeah, it's
all
hot.
3 of them. Like, man, ain't nothing better than like a toothy, like, no, nothing,
No.
nothing, man. Like
don't like that?
like one jagged broken tooth just scraping on your dick,
Yeah, you don't like the
drawing
cheese
blood.
grater?
You don't like drawing blood.
Yeah, you don't like cheese grating your dick.
It's like putting your dick in a zipper.
Oh no, that's.
Oh, you do that on accident?
Oh my god. Oh,
Yeah.
That's funny. That's so. Nick, what do you do for a living?
I drive a truck in the oil field.
Oh, in the
So
oil.
yeah, it's very specialized actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like, just a CDL, and then what else? What else do you need for it?
Just CDL and experience.
An experience.
Yeah.
Always
No, I
experience.
move haul sand. I move frac pumps.
Damn.
Fucking TCCs. Oh, it's a bunch of boring shit. I get paid way too much for the amount of little work that I do. Honest to God.
I don't know if we're allowed to say it, the name of it.
No,
but,
No,
I gotta
definitely
say,
not.
don't say the name.
You
Don't
don't
say
even,
no.
not even the size of the company.
Nope. Nope.
Not
it's-
can't. Just
no.
we'll leave it at. We'll leave it at.
We'll leave it at
That.
it. Yep.
Yeah.
He drives things.
Yeah, and it's a lot of fun actually. It really is, considering the amount of little work I do and my time off. Man, I work 2 weeks on, 1 week off. Work 36 weeks out of the fucking year.
Damn.
That's nice.
That is real nice.
Yeah.
So was this like always something you wanted to do? Did you always have a passion?
Fuck no,
for
it's just
driving?
easy.
Yeah.
It's just easy money,
just
man.
easy.
That's all it is. It's easy money.
Well, you got into truck driving when you used to drive like meat shipments.
Yeah, and that
Oh,
sucked.
okay.
It was just, I mean, that was easy money too. It was just like, fuck New Jersey, man.
Oh yeah, dude.
Like,
Yeah.
New
All
England.
that traffic and shit.
Yeah, New England, like that shit sucks. But it was money. Like,
And your
Right.
brother's a truck driver too.
yeah, Alex is doing it because Alex made better life choices. So like he's buying his truck. So like when he's done here next year,
Yeah.
I think his truck's paid off. He pays $1 for to get the lease over, and he's got himself, $160,000 truck.
That's awesome. My brother Devin just bought himself a semi, and then my father, he also drives semi. So
If you do it right, man, you can make some fucking money.
Oh, yeah.
If you do it right. If you're an idiot though, you don't.
well, it's the same like cutting hair, man. You
Yeah.
can make great money cutting hair if you know what you're doing.
Right.
It's all about how you run your business.
Yeah, I mean, I had my mom cut my hair this morning.
Yeah. Hey,
Yeah,
looks good.
yeah. I mean, it's because it's mostly not there. but,
Right. Yeah.
like,
That's all you
It
can
makes
really
it
do
makes
with
it
your
really
hair.
easy when you're going as bald as I am.
I was gonna say that's your only choice, really.
It is nowadays.
Right. Well,
It really is.
I went to I was a cosmetologist, right? And in school they were talking about when a man's thinning on top, really the best look is not to go completely bald, but as close as possible. Right?
I guess I don't know.
Because it keeps
I'm not
it
that
like what
thin
you
yet.
have.
I like that,
Yeah,
yeah.
exactly what he has, because it keeps it like it still keeps the form of your head, but it's not
Yeah,
like you're
I
trying
can't
to keep
wait. I
something you
can't
don't
wait
have.
till I'm shiny bald.
Oh, that'd be sweet.
Like,
Mr. Clean.
yeah,
Dude,
because
just-
I work with a lot of dudes that are shiny
Just
bald.
shave it.
Nah, I'm not yet. I'm gonna give it. When I hit
You
40,
just let nature do it.
when I hit 40 and I hit my midlife crisis and I buy that Corvette and a boat, I'm just gonna start fucking Mr. Cleaning it.
Ooh, a Corvette.
That's it. Well, that's what like
Corvette man, huh?
people.
That's a
just-
risky estimate to say you're going to live to 80.
Oh, I know,
Ooh.
right? My midlife crisis probably hit about 7 years ago. Honestly,
Damn. What'd you buy?
I didn't buy shit.
No. I just had
I
a
just
crisis.
had I just had the
I
crisis.
just broke
man.
down.
Yeah, I had a crisis and just started getting into fucking aliens. I was like, I chose the right path in my life.
Dude, that is true. Do you watch Ancient Astronaut Theorists?
No,
Awesome.
I don't watch TV.
You know why? I hate when people bring that up because every fucking episode is
Who built the pyramids?
yeah. Well, this
Was it
ancient
aliens or
well,
was it slaves?
yeah, and then it was always like, well, this ancient astronaut theorist believes this, and
Yeah,
it's like, first off, what the fuck is an
what is-
ancient astronaut theorist?
There are people like me that like wrote books. I'm an ancient astronaut
and-
theorist. I just
and-
haven't wrote any books.
And all their answers are aliens.
Yeah, no, man.
Aliens.
Sometimes it's like that's all you can say is aliens. Like they won't even be like specific enough to like name the aliens.
Right.
Like sometimes they're just like, no, we can't say that because you know what? What if we end up in what's the name of that base? It's
Area 51.
no. Area 51 was a fucking psyop. No, oh man.
Okay, so
Anyways,
Let's-
underground getting eaten by fucking reptilians.
let's start here. How did you start getting into aliens? What made you like? Did you always believe that there is extra life out there?
Oh, absolutely,
Because
man.
Drew over here, even though he loves
Nothing.
he
think there's
loves
nothing.
astrology, he doesn't believe there's
Whoa,
any
astronomy.
all of it.
Well, it's all the same, man. It's all
Right.
fake.
I don't give
Especially
a-
when
I
the
don't
Earth
give-
is flat. Everything's fucking astrology.
I don't give a two shit what your horoscope says.
Right, but he believes there's no extra life out
No.
there.
Yeah,
whatsoever.
that's a sad
That
way.
existence.
That's almost as bad as eating boneless wings.
I like big nuggets, dude. Those are like adult chicken nuggets.
If I had headphones, I'd take them off right now. That is that offensive to me. No. I seen a fucking UFO once.
Okay.
No idea what it was. Wasn't a plane.
Where were you at?
Oh fuck, Texas somewhere.
Texas.
Probably San Antonio.
Driving.
No. I think I was working at that lumber yard in San Antonio.
But UFO states unidentified flying
Yeah,
object.
yeah.
It doesn't mean that it's an alien
That's true.
spaceship.
Yeah,
it doesn't
but-
mean that it's a
That's true. Let
thing.
the man tell a story. That's true.
Oh, it was like it zooped down into reality. I was like, holy shit, what is that? And then it was just like, bloop.
What did it look like?
I don't know. It's just a fucking white light.
And it just like, boom.
Yeah,
Like,
almost
right in front of you?
like they fucked up and they were like, "Oh shit, we gotta turn around."
Oh,
and they
damn.
just like pulled a Yui.
Okay.
I don't know. Could have been a fucking flare for all I know. It was cool as shit looking though.
So from there, what did you do? You just started reading about it, or?
No. Like honestly, like I just always been into aliens.
Yeah.
Conspiracy theories and shit. That was just a cool story to be like, all right, well, that vilifies something, I guess. But like, I just think that there's the age of the universe, the size of it, all of the different dimensions, and everything else. Like, there's no fucking way that we're it. I would
agree.
believe in Genesis before I did that there's no other life out there. I would believe in Genesis because that wouldn't make sense. Maybe they're not here now, which would blow, but at some point in time, like 14 billion years ago, there was fucking 3 dudes doing an alien version of a podcast. Where they're like,
Right.
You know, or something.
Right.
Something.
Just something. I
You
feel
know,
it.
plus like with the whole like interdimensional stuff, man.
Yeah.
Like, who knows what turned out, you know, in every other fucking version of our world.
Right, dude. There's so many different possibilities. So, like, dude, hearing that, and that's,
Yeah.
and you doing physics,
Yeah.
you have to do a bunch of made up math, right?
Yeah, and all math is made up if you think about it.
Oh yeah, well, all are
2 + 2 is 4, really?
It's just this many.
Yeah.
Whatever you want to label that. It's the same thing with words. I could go on tangents with words.
Fittingly, math
But-
is the same in any language.
Supposedly.
Like, Indians build up their culture, and Chinese build up their culture, and we build up whatever, and it's
Are you
all
saying
the
we
same.
don't have culture?
Even without talking, it's still the same math.
I know. I agree. I agree 100%. I just
But why? What makes you feel so much like there's no other? What makes us special?
I have a genuine answer here. Have you ever seen Cosmos, specifically with Neil deGrasse Tyson?
Oh God, I hate that guy. But yes,
Okay.
that guy's so far up his own ass.
I think it was the very, very first episode. He goes into kind of a thing about how evolution happened.
They think.
So, like, you know, single-celled organisms came here, and
Yeah.
they either decided, hey, we go to the volcano, or hey, we go to water. And they chose to go to water. And there are billions of these little decisions that have made everything happen that comes to us being made into sentient life. So, as big as the universe is, quadrillions and quadrillions of different types of planets and everything like that, like, there are so many different choices that needed to happen specifically for us to become this sentient thing. Do I think that there is things? Possibly. That summary you gave at the beginning wasn't exactly right. There may be single-celled organisms or, you know, insects of some kind or whatever. Do I think sentient life? No. That's another quintillion different choices that it took from an insect to get to sentient life. Also, in the universe, there is a lot of hot and there's a lot of cold, and anything that can sustain life is in that little, we call it the Goldilocks zone. So anything that's too hot, boom, that's off. Anything that's too cold, boom, that's off.
No.
90% of the things are uninhabitable. It
Right.
can't sustain sentient life.
That we know of. What if there's silicon-based life?
Right.
That's
Like,
very true.
That's
not
that-
carbon-based?
Right. That would be my
I
argument.
mean, not to mention, like...
is we only know how math and things work on our Earth because this is where we live and we get to test. But that doesn't mean if we go somewhere else, the whole rules can't be completely different.
Also, we are technically one of the fastest moving sets of evolution that we've seen. So the fact that somebody is even further than we are to do intergalactic travel is just...
I could also see that. I could see there being sentient life, but I could also see the argument for us also maybe being the smartest. That might suck, but, you know.
Well, smartest. Yeah.
Wow, that's gone down the last couple of years, too.
Right. So,
yeah.
So, hearing that, right?
Yeah, that's fine. Drew can believe everything he wants to believe. He's wrong, 100%.
Right.
There's definitely... You're going to talk shit about Klaxar and his buddies. That's not cool. The bugs from Clendathu.
Yeah. So what are those?
Yeah.
To be fair, I think it is easier to explain that something took a wrong branch off and originated on Earth, I would be more willing to accept that. Like, say, reptilians underneath the crust of the Earth. I would say, like, that is more plausible than a different type of alien coming.
I honestly,
or people from Mars.
I honestly think that we had a species from Mars and we fucked up Mars and was like, let's go to Earth, and that's why a lot of stuff, when you look back, we have all this like technology, then we lost it, was because we kind of came here with the technology, then forgot kind of how to do it, and then almost became then part of this natural species which was on Earth. You know, and that's kind of what I feel gives us more of our animal instincts, and now why us and the Earth work so well together. Because you can't say we're not from here. We work so well with plants and everything. Everything uses each other so well.
Yeah.
Right? So there's definitely a bond somewhere in the line.
Yeah, I mean, I've heard people say that, and I don't know. Maybe we came from Mars. I don't know. I've also heard that only white people are the aliens. You know, I don't know. I couldn't tell you. I don't really believe.
Earlier, you said there was different types of aliens, classes or something.
Yeah, well, there's like a caste system,
okay,
kind of like in India.
So how did that?
Types?
Like 6 that I really know about.
Okay, so how does it work?
All right, so you got 2 types of reptilians.
Yeah.
So like you got like your basic reptilians.
Mm-hmm.
You got your Draco reptilians, which is bigger, like dragon type. Like the basic reptilians are the ones that like. You know, they're the.
They look like Spider-Man's villain.
No, they look like. I don't know. I don't know if I can get away with saying this, so you might need to edit it out. They look like. So then, like.
It's okay. Drew already made a joke like that.
So then you got.
How does a reptile look like
What?
How does a reptile look like a...
They just do. They're shapeshifters.
Okay.
So like
Yeah,
with the bigger noses and everything,
So when
if they
you
like
say-
shapeshift.
We've already
Just
gone
wait.
over this.
Just wait. When you say reptilian, then do you mean they still look like us? They just are reptiles.
You can look at it and be like, oh, that guy's a reptile.
Okay.
Like it's the high pronounced cheekbones and like the beady fucking dead eyes.
But they look like humans.
Sort of, for the most part.
Okay, when you first said it, my first picture was like a big Komodo dragon.
Oh no, that's what like they look like before they shapeshift.
Okay.
Imagine like a Komodo dragon's head shape shifting into like Mr. Burns from The Simpsons.
Damn.
That's kind of like what
That's
that would
trippy.
be. And then you got the. You're gonna be all right.
I know he's gonna die over here.
No, I talked about on the podcast the 3 different types of people. That's what he was mentioning.
Of
The goblin looking
yeah, the
ones.
goblin, the hawk,
troll.
and the hawk and the troll. Yeah, like
We'd already talked about
like
is that
Barbara,
like a
Barbara
subspecies
Streisand.
of
Yeah, like
those
Barbara
reptilian
Streisand and Larry King
I
were
mean,
certain
you
ones,
already
and
made
then
a
the guy that played Hellboy, whatever the fuck his name is a certain type.
Ron Perlman.
Yeah,
Dude, that guy has always looked funky.
yeah.
he doesn't.
He's
doesn't
like
look
he's
right.
like the troll version of a. I mean, anyways, enough of that before this gets really. So then you have the Nordics, the tall whites.
Okay.
They look kind of like Nordic people. You know, they're tall, blonde hair, all that stuff.
Yeah.
They usually run the shit. They're up there with running shit. They like command a lot of the Greys, because the Greys are like a not really. They're not like totally 100% sentient, but they're like androids almost.
Okay.
But they take orders from the tall whites. And you have the Venusians, and like Valiant Thor's the one famous Venusian who's been in the fucking Pentagon for the last 60 years, fucking doing shit.
Damn.
And then you have like the Pleiadians.
Okay.
From like Alpha Centauri and all that out there, and they do shit, and like they're supposed to be fighting the reptilians over Earth, and you know like,
What makes Earth so valuable?
I don't know.
Resources.
Yeah, I mean we're like
but
the
they don't
like
have resources.
no, we have all the good ones.
Yeah, but if they're so you're saying their planets work?
It's not. It's not resources like oil and like gold and shit. It's like the auras and like ley lines and all that shit, like all the fucking, basically the bad juju and good juju.
Yeah.
It's like the most basic way I could even say it.
So
like the Pleiadians are fighting.
Yeah, but why do we have so much of it?
I mean, we just do.
Just out of
it just happened that way.
Our planet was
Yeah.
made.
Yeah, it just happens that way.
Okay.
Like,
It was just gifted. It's just something special.
I don't even know if it was gifted. Maybe all the planets had it at one point. Maybe that's why Mars looks the way it does today.
Oh, that's good.
Because the reptilians fucked it all up, taking all their fucking
juju.
you know, all the
mojo.
That it?
Yeah, the Juju Magumbo.
Yeah, like Austin Powers, they took all his mojo and he was a shellless
Shell
house
of
cat.
himself.
Yeah, I don't remember if I've seen that.
Really?
Yeah,
The spy
I may have. I may have. I don't remember. But anyways, so like, and then like Valiant Thor was supposedly like the second coming of Christ.
Okay.
And he wanted to like jumpstart Armageddon back in the 50s.
Damn.
There's like photos of a dude. There's pictures of him.
Yeah. Well, so who's this guy?
Valiant Thor.
And you said he was in
He's
the
a
50s.
He's a Venusian.
So what
yeah,
did
he
do?
popped
Was
down.
a
He popped down in the
politician?
50s.
Yeah, thank you. Look.
No, he just did like random shit.
Okay.
I don't know. They wanted
Was
him
he
to
a leader of some sort of cult kind of guy?
No, he just kind of showed up out of nowhere.
And then people just liked him. Oh dang. Okay, so you.
Yeah, you see that first black and white photo?
Right there. Yeah.
Yeah, like that's.
Okay.
Yeah, he was just like one of those like mafioso looking dudes in the 50s that had. He was probably, if I had to guess, in reality, he was probably part of the original OSS, which was what became the CIA and all that good stuff with like Prescott Bush and all that.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
and all that started our spy crap.
pretty much.
They basically
like because the Greys came down in '58 for the
Okay.
Treaty of Gaeta with Eisenhower. And they came down there like, we'll give you all of our technology and this and that, but you have to give up nukes. And Eisenhower's like, shove that up your fucking ass.
And when you say Greys, you mean
Your
aliens
typical alien that abducts,
The round
quote unquote,
head.
abducts people.
and puts stuff up your pooper.
Probes them.
Yeah, or like they just like, jerk you off because they want that sweet, sweet man love.
Right.
It's not just probing. It's like there's a whole lot of jism involved.
Yeah, they're just they're sexual beings.
No, they just like,
They mine our sperm.
yeah, because they need to make alien human hybrids.
Oh damn.
Which, if you look at some people, they look like fucking aliens.
Yeah.
Like, look at, what's her name? Zoe Deschanel?
Oh.
She looks like a fucking alien.
I
Well,
always thought she was cute.
there's a whole bunch of people that look exactly like Zoe Deschanel.
Yeah,
Are they the same race?
Yeah,
Yeah.
alien human
Yeah.
hybrids.
Katy Perry?
So,
Is Katy Perry like?
Oh, dude, they do look. Yeah, Katy Perry.
probably. It's a specific, like, look. Small, pointy chin, fucking androgynous bodies. Like, you can look. No, that's the Liam Neeson look. But no, like,
Well, Liam Neeson look.
so, like, supposedly, like, the Greys are, like, dying off, so they need, like, human sperm and eggs to make, like,
Hybrids.
hybrids
to
of
keep their
humans.
like DNA going.
Yeah, so, like, some of them turn out, like, real fucked up looking.
Yeah.
Then they just, like, turn into, like, I don't know, butter or something, feed themselves. Who knows what they fucking eat.
Okay.
But, like, the ones that, like, actually, like, make it are the people that you see that look like Zoe Deschanel, or
Right.
some of the people, like, you see on, like, we were just at your mom's house watching Jeopardy for a minute, right? The one lady, I mean, she looked like a fucking insect. She was probably an alien. And me and Alex fucking were screenshotting different women off Tinder that look like fucking aliens. Some of them look like fucking aliens. They got the pointy chin, their eyes are real big, far apart. They got the weird heart-shaped fucking head. They look like fucking alien. They look like Greys.
There was one that he sent me. I would have bet that lady was a hammerhead shark.
Yeah.
Her eyes were this far apart.
Damn.
Yeah, I still have the picture of her on my phone.
Oh, that poor lady.
Yeah, not really. She's probably a fucking alien. So no, not that poor lady. But anyways, so back to what I was saying. So back in 1958, Eisenhower told the Greys, like, fuck you, we're not giving up our nukes. So it turns out that the Greys had also gone to Russia and done the same thing. And Russia was like, fuck you, we ain't giving up, our nukes. They had one goddamn bomb. But, like, nobody wanted to give up their stuff, so the Greys came back and they're like, well, we'll work with you. You don't have to give up your nukes, and, we'll try. And then that's where, like, Wi-Fi came from, even though they tried saying it was what's her name that created Wi-Fi. But that's where Wi-Fi and, like, color television came from, and all this other shit was from the fucking Greys.
Okay. So, like, you're saying the technology from the Greys is how
Yeah,
they got
it's
color
what,
TV.
yeah. Like, everything the government, like, everything that we have right
Through
now
the
is, like,
government?
50 to 100 years behind what the government actually has.
Okay.
Like, the technology that they're rocking, like Area 51 is a fucking joke. That shit has been a psyop since like the fucking 1970s.
Well, I've always thought it was weird because they talked about how it was a secret base, but everyone fucking knows about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So how secret is it?
Well, that's because the government was like just
Put something out there.
It was disinfo, man. That's all it is.
Yeah.
There hasn't been anything
misdirection. They were magicians. Look over here.
Yeah, basically. Like they were just flying people back and forth from, Vegas to Groom Lake, and then like people doing like normal office job. I mean, it's an Air Force base.
Right.
But there's not been anything there since the fucking at least the 70s. Like they shipped all that shit out from Roswell, which didn't crash in Roswell. It's just Roswell had a fucking like the county seat. But they shipped all that shit up to Wright Air Force Base.
Where did it wreck?
Fuck.
Oh, that's
I can't think of the name of the town. It's an even smaller town than Roswell.
Like New Mexico?
So,
Like
it was in New Mexico. It was close. It was like 60 miles away.
So did they pick it up and like move it? Or did they just lie about where it landed to make...
No, well, supposedly it crashed, and then they lied about it being anything.
Yeah.
And then they moved all that shit up to Wright Air Force Base in Ohio.
Oh, dang.
Yeah, so it's been there in Ohio for 60 years.
Well,
But what happened there in Roswell was just
just like did we shoot them down? Did they just wreck?
No. Well, there's a theory that I was actually reading about that our radio waves that we used for radar would fuck with their like electronics, and we accidentally were shooting them down.
What aliens were the type that...
Grays.
Okay.
Yeah. That's like the vast majority of them. Like, all the people in power are probably reptilians, but like, the normal... Don't chuckle at me. We'll get into that here in a minute. Like, all like the normal shit, like people getting like abducted and like coring out cows' assholes and shit.
Yeah.
That's all just the Grays. Like, reptilians, they'll just eat you. Like the big Draco reptilians, they'll just eat you.
Is that the ones? So, like, is that like who they made fun of in Family Guy? Where, what actress was she? Then she rips off her skin and eats somebody.
I have no
and then
clue.
She puts her skin back on.
Like I said, I don't watch TV, so I have no clue.
Oh man,
I don't know. Hillary Clinton is probably one.
She's okay. Well, if you want the podcast to end and us end up Guantanamo, we can go about Hillary Clinton. But no,
you gotta be careful talking about the Clintons. They don't care if you're nobody.
I know they got like a 62 kill count.
Oh yeah, dude. Oh, more than that. Let's just leave these people to die at an embassy.
Yeah. Well, okay. Well, that's a totally different thing. But no, like if like I said, all the people in power, all the rich people and shit, most of them are fucking reptilians.
Okay.
Like they're fucking aliens.
So reptilians are more powerful.
Oh yeah.
Species.
Oh my god, yeah.
The Greys are kind of like
they're like the worker bees. They're literally like if
they're a step up from us, and they like to pick on us.
Yeah, sort of. Like if you're like really strong-willed, you could defeat them. And then there's like you got like A-team aliens and like the B-team.
Okay.
And like the B-team is what happened in like Gulf Breeze, Florida, back in the late '80s. Some of the pictures and shit were faked, but there's like a series of like aliens trying to like abduct this dude, and like he managed to like for the most part like not get abducted, and it was fucking crazy. It was Florida.
Yeah, well, Florida's, you read about Florida that was my favorite newspaper to read.
Yeah, Florida is fucking nuts, but they were like the B-team aliens because they couldn't even abduct this dude.
Yeah,
but like. They're more like a worker class. They're more like bees. Like the reptilians are like the those big murder hornets.
Yeah.
That's kind of like.
Oh, dude, yeah. I work in pest control. I know about the murder hornets. But so like the Greys, how did they get their technology then? Are they smarter than us, or were they given most of their crap by somebody else?
They've just been around longer, and they took different
out.
Evolutionary like forks in the tree to get to where they were. That's what I think, at least.
So like we really don't know. We just kind of know they're here.
Yeah. Like some people. I mean, I'm telling you, like some people, you can just look at them and be like, "Yeah, you're a fucking alien."
Yeah.
Like it's just some people, and like I've met a few dudes where I'm like, he might actually be Bigfoot. Like I'm not sure.
Is Bigfoot a shapeshifter?
No.
No.
No, Bigfoot's just an interdimensional being.
Okay, what does that mean exactly?
He's from our dimensions, like the dimensions next to us are like fraction of a fucking second off.
Yeah.
And sometimes just weird shit just like pokes through. And I think sometimes Bigfoot just pops through, he'll like wave at somebody and then take a shit and then pop back over to
his time.
Yeah, like honestly, like wouldn't you do the same thing if you could pop into the next dimension over and just take a
dude.
shit and fuck with somebody?
Dude.
I'd do it all the time.
People would think I was a god. I'd come every once in a while, give them some real stupid like instruction.
Oh
like,
no,
I'd eat candy on Tuesdays.
Yeah, no, just pop over, take a shit, and leave it for like some dude named Clarence down in fucking Georgia that thinks he saw like, you know, a real like being that he can go hunt.
Right.
Like.
So do you think he like dressed in a costume, or do you think?
No, I think he's a sentient creature. Like there's all like the old Indian legends about like the wise man of the trees and all that shit, and maybe they were talking about like a Bigfoot like creature, and maybe there was like at some point like not so much like a ape, but maybe some other form of like a hominid that like we just didn't really know of, because like you know like elephants bury their dead. Yeah, that's why you never see any dead elephants.
Exactly, and that's
maybe
why
Bigfoot did the same thing. Have you never heard that?
No.
Yeah, elephants bury their dead. They remember the graveyard. They go back to mourn. And then when we were digging, when people would dig, they would find the skulls of elephants, and because of their nose, they have that big circle in the center. That's where the Cyclops came from. They thought those are Cyclops skulls.
Oh.
Yeah. Maybe Bigfoot did the same thing. Maybe he's interdimensional. That would be fucking sweet. I'd love it if he was. Yeah. Maybe he was just there's some form of like, you know, not human, and not like Neanderthal, and maybe he was something else, and he was just kicking it out in the woods, and you know, there's not a whole lot of them. Maybe they live a little bit longer.
And they can jump.
I don't know. I've never seen a Bigfoot jump.
No, I mean like jump through time.
Oh no, that's
dimensions.
I was gonna say jump through time. Like, what are we talking about here? Like,
dimensions.
Like
now,
quantum
is there
leap?
like a device that he uses, or is it?
No, I think if he was
natural.
I think if he was truly an interdimensional being, I think it would be natural. I think if he's really just chilling out in the woods and outside of Washington, just probably like eating berries and like smoking pot all the time, he's probably like so in tune with nature that he just like blends in and is probably quiet. Like, you know, like you see videos of like SEALs and snipers and shit training where you don't even fucking know they're there, and then it's just like, here we are. Like, I think it might be something like that. Like, he's so in tune with nature that he can just chill. I mean, there probably aren't that many out there anyways. Right. But like all those fucking shows that are on, I don't know how many shows there are, but like,
too many.
Where there'll be like some idiot out there like hitting a fucking tree with a stick. Like, dude, that would scare Bigfoot off. I feel like if a group of hillbillies were out in the woods with shotguns, fucking hitting shit with sticks and like playing harmonicas, trying to attract people.
I think it's such bullshit when they make their Bigfoot
facts
calls.
Up?
No, they're Bigfoot calls.
Yeah,
because most of the time it's like, dude, how do you even know that sound was a Bigfoot?
Yeah, I know. Like, there's some weird ass shit out in the woods. You don't know what it is.
Right.
Like, you ever heard like a fucking mountain lion scream?
Yeah, it's weird.
Like, that shit's terrifying.
Or a fox?
Yeah, that's a fox.
Yeah.
Or like, you know, like somebody like slaughtering rabbits. Like, it's scary fucking sounds.
Yeah.
Nothing says it's fucking Bigfoot.
No.
I mean, Bigfoot might just be like some garbled fucking language. Now, I saw a video a while back from, I don't know, early 70s out in California. I don't know, some fucking park out there. Yeah. But dude's recording, a group of hunters recording, and they were like calling back towards the whatever it was out in the woods, and it sounded like monkeys, and then you could hear it almost sounded like some form of language. It was pretty eerie, actually.
Well, I mean, think about how crazy it is with dolphins. They got they all have their own language. Their whole pods have different languages.
Yeah.
Like.
Yeah, what's to say Bigfoot can't just be like, no English, and is like, hears you out in the woods, and he's like, oh, these fucking idiots. Yeah. And he just dips out behind a tree or something.
Right.
It'll be like break a branch or like throw a pine cone.
Here's people going, ah!
Yeah, and he's like, look at these fucking idiots. And he throws a pine cone at them. And they make a fucking TV show out of it and make fucking $38,000 an episode.
Oh, dude, no, my
You know?
favorite is they almost catch them on tape every episode. They're like, and they hear something, the camera shakes, and it goes.
Well,
black.
I figure if they actually caught Bigfoot, that shit would be on the fucking news. That shit would be all over your TikToks and Instagram.
Oh, everywhere.
It would be all over the fucking place.
I think it's so hard because like it's either he's not real or there's something like he can do what you're saying, because like how is there so many people now searching for him and searching for tracks and everyone's looking and there's all this technology and cameras and we can't get one thing.
I mean, honest to God, what I think most people are dumb and they go out in the woods thinking they're going to film shit, but when you get into like really thick woods, you can't see shit.
No.
You know, you get out in them thick-ass woods, you ain't seeing Bigfoot. You're lucky if you don't get lost yourself and go fucking die.
Right.
Like, there's some thick-ass woods out there. Like, real thick. THICC thick.
Damn.
Thick boy woods.
Literally anything in the wild is built there to kill you.
Yeah.
Yes.
Especially like
Yeah, and you don't
Australia,
see
even
that
worse.
shit. Like, out of my parents' place, man, there's a bear that roaming around. A black bear.
Jeez.
He ain't never done anything to us.
No.
You know, he looks like he weighs about 350 pounds. I mean, he's a big boy.
And most of the time black bears are more scared of you.
Well, I mean, we've seen him, like, I've seen him probably from here to your doors over there.
Yeah.
And only caught glimpses of him through the fucking woods. And those woods up there ain't even that thick. And it's just kind of like, oh, fuck, that was a bear. You know, and that's a bear. It's black. You know? Like, Bigfoot's brownish, reddish hair, maybe. You know, he's not like...
Well, who knows? He could be black. You don't know.
I feel like Bigfoot would be white.
I'm
joking.
Pink. I think pink if you shaved his fur.
He probably... I don't know.
He'd be like a panda.
I don't know.
But...
Drew?
Yes.
Anything.
Yeah.
What
Anything
about-
on Bigfoot?
Just...
You've been quiet over there.
Yeah, you have. You've been really quiet since I started going off.
No. The more that I listen to it, the more that I laugh. So...
I appreciate the honesty. You know?
That is so sincere.
Okay, so in the fact you have so many supporting details to say whatever. I think that's the thing. When I don't believe something, I laugh and brush it off. But, you know, I've been friends with you for a while now, and like, you still have even things that I don't know about, and you keep giving me facts, and you keep telling me.
Well,
all
the more Bill Cooper, I think Bill Cooper said, like, what did he say? Like, believe like nothing that you're told, and half of what you hear or something, and like 100% of what you research.
Yeah.
So you got to do the fucking research.
Yeah.
Not to mention, like, you got to get online, and you got to do all this fucking research.
Yeah.
And go to like Biblioteca Pleiades, and like. Fucking, I know, that's the same glazed over look I get at work when I bring up that website.
Wow.
Biblioteca Pleiades.
Why? What's...
Try to spell it for one.
Oh, I can't.
Biblioteca Pleiades.
I can't. I don't even know what
Like
starts with.
Pleiades? Like
Pleiades.
the star system? Okay.
Pleiades, yeah. It's on Spanish, for one. So you gotta, like, translate it. But it's like all these, like, articles about, like, aliens and, you know, energy and all this other shit's
Okay.
really useful if you want to get, if you want to kill somewhere between 7 and 26 hours of your fucking life.
Yeah.
Just go through and fucking read black on white text fucking articles that'll make your fucking eyes hurt. At least it's not green on black or something like that from like Angel Fire websites and shit back in the 90s.
Right. Oh, dang.
But yeah.
So, like, back to the aliens here. Because...
I mean, I know other fake shit, too.
Yeah,
I
the
mean,
aliens fascinate me.
I mean, I know conspiracies. I know about the Earth being a fucking disc.
Yeah, okay,
You know.
so what's up with that?
It's just a disc.
Why?
It just is.
Why?
We're just-
What makes you
It's
believe
not
that?
flat.
Yeah, it's just a disc. It's like a frisbee.
Why would we lie
Is
about it?
is it curved up on the end, like an upside down frisbee, or
Yeah,
Right,
yeah.
right,
That's Antarctica. That's what we see as Antarctica, and the bottom is actually all the way around us, and like a 10-mile tall fucking shelf of ice that we can't get through. And then there's like a dome, and that's our atmosphere, and then there's a whole other fucking group of people living on the other side.
Okay, so why?
I have no clue.
Like,
I don't know. I'm not the flat Earth guy here. I'd have to give Woody a call. Maybe Woody don't live.
He's the flat Earth.
He doesn't live that far from here. He can
Okay.
come down and explain it to you in his fucking.
Because I feel like you can kind of see that the Earth is just spherical.
How?
Just naturally.
How?
You can
I
kind
mean-
of see how the sun raises and falls down. And, like, if you were flat, it would not look like that. I just don't feel like the sun coming up would make the same arch on a flat surface as it would on our rounded surface. Coming up and through.
Yeah, but that's what you've been told.
Yes, and
I
when
mean,
I
that's
see,
what you're taught that's how it does on a sphere.
I don't know, man. Even messing with lighting and stuff. I don't know. I don't think that. I can't see it being flat. I just can't.
That's okay. Not many people can.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think it's flat.
Right.
But some people do.
I don't know.
That's the beauty of being an American, man.
It is.
Some people
It is.
think the moon's a fucking hologram, which it is. Some
hologram.
people. Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
No, that's a fun one that the moon's
Yes.
a hologram.
Or cheese.
No, not cheese. That doesn't make any sense. It being a hologram would make more sense than it being cheese.
There's someone
Honestly.
shooting it out there.
You know,
Fuck,
yeah, it's
someone
just
forgot
like
to
it's
hang
just the
the
government
moon
because
today.
there's supposedly there's either nothing there, or B, it's some type of alien craft that we're not allowed to see,
Right.
or C, it's a Russian craft that we're not supposed to see.
What's up with Russia?
I don't know. They're fucking useless.
They're just always into conspiracy theories.
They're fucking Russians are useless, man. Drink your potato water and shut the fuck up. No. I mean, we obviously the moon's real.
Right.
We went to it at some point, maybe,
Right.
probably. Is it what we watched? No. I think
I
that was
don't think so
propaganda
either, yeah.
filmed obviously by Stanley Kubrick, clearly. And we went there, but we had to put that out just to try to ease that Russia, being up our back about being on our back about going to space.
Yeah.
And we just had to put something out there to be like, we beat Russia to the
Right.
moon, and
Our dick's bigger.
yeah, basically like to try to help stop the inevitable,
Right.
thermonuclear war that's probably going to happen here in the next 2 years. With the proxy wars that we're getting ready to get into with China
Oh,
and
yeah.
Russia, especially with the whole Afghanistan thing.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
And
we're
China
pulling all
coming
the
in.
resources
There's
out.
there's like
to do
200
something else.
there's like $200 billion worth of fucking lithium mines in Afghanistan that China is already going in
Right.
to Afghanistan.
And
If there's one thing China's good at, it's just putting waves and waves and waves of people out there to
die.
fucking die. And at some point, even the Taliban is going to be like, I have shot this dude, I have cut this dude's head off 36 times. How are there so many 4'9" Chinese men coming? And then they're going to
Just
take over the
clones.
fucking, then they're going to take over the fucking lithium mines. And then we're going to be even more fucked because we can't produce our own batteries because, God forbid, we have to make sure everything is made by everybody else except us.
Yeah.
Because the fucking lobbies want to be like, well, you can't work if you don't make, $87,000 a year putting this onto this. And by the way, you should be able to come to work drunk. And you can't fire them. Also, you have to pay for the pleasure of working for us and being part of the union. That's a whole different fucking topic. There's not enough time for that.
I hate unions, too.
So one of the things that I was doing is I was pulling up different points that I want to get your quick hot take on.
All right, hot take hour.
So the first one, and you kind of touched on it a little bit, but I want to dive into it a little more.
And I don't know. I don't have all the answers. I'm not going to pretend to know everything.
No, but here's my one thing.
Like-
my one thing, Nick. I can tell that you've done your research. You care. You've thought through
Yeah,
it. You care.
I
You
love
didn't-
I
this
love
isn't a
all
half-
of this stuff.
Yeah.
Most of the knowledge in my head is fake. Bullshit probably isn't true.
Right.
But I love alienating people that I work with
Yeah.
and strangers. If I hear somebody talking about aliens
Yeah.
or conspiracies, I will insert myself into their conversation
See,
just to let them know, hey, by the way, you're wrong. This is how it goes.
Yeah.
And then they usually get really uncomfortable. And it's fucking great. I love it.
I love shit like this. I love this. Or like people who are real. I just people who are passionate, man. I don't care about what. I'll listen to it.
Yeah, if I could
If
make
you're
money doing this,
passionate-
I would.
If you
Like, if I could make the
Give it a
money that
shot,
I make
man.
now,
Give
I'm
it a
not going
shot.
to make the money I make now.
no, probably not
Not
right
even
away.
close. Not even
Not
close.
right away.
It'd be a nice pay cut. But,
Honestly, you could. We'll talk about this after, but I had an idea of something you could do. But
I mean, I do donkey shows on the weekends to make
well,
extra
that's
money.
yeah. Well,
I
can
am
tell by
not
the way
the
you
donkey.
walk. I can tell by the way you walk.
Yeah. Well, that's that fat man gape where, no.
No, it was more when you walk. Every time the wind blew, I heard, ooh. And I just knew.
That's a good one. But anyways, so what were your points that you wanted to bring up?
The first one is, like I said, you had already talked about it. Moon landing, true or false?
I think we landed on the moon. I do not believe what we saw was the moon landing, but I do 100% believe we went to the moon.
So you think both? You think we did land on the moon and
the footage
was
is
filmed?
fake? Yeah,
After.
I think we landed after it. I think we needed that footage out there for Americans' morale because I mean that was a humongous event, one of the most important parts of our history, outside of like us being formed as a nation and like the Civil War and 9/11. And, like, that one time I shit on in somebody's fucking garden at a party I went to. And wiped my ass with all their flowers.
All of the same caliber.
Yeah.
Right.
No, I'm just kidding. It was actually the willow tree there in Heritage Port. I shit all over the willow tree and wiped my ass with it. I was real fucked up.
So how did we land on a hologram?
I've heard that.
Yeah.
I've never looked into that.
Okay.
That shit doesn't make any sense to me, honestly. Like, the moon's there. I've seen it. I've looked at it in the telescope. I've also seen holograms, and they don't look that good. I mean, you can tell when it's fucking...
Right.
You can tell.
Yeah.
All right, next hot question. Who shot Kennedy?
The CIA.
The CIA?
100%.
Do you think it was... I watched...
I do not believe it was Lee Harvey Oswald. I think Lee Harvey Oswald's dumbass tried to shoot Kennedy, but I think the CIA took that... Like, they knew that was going to happen, and they took advantage of that. Do I think it was a dude on the grassy knoll? I don't know. I don't know where the shot came from. It could have been the floor above Lee Harvey Oswald.
I watched a thing that tried to say it was...
The
guy behind
Secret
him.
Service agent
Yeah.
had leaned back or he fell or something and back.
It got scared or something. Yeah.
And
shot the guy.
back then, like when the
they said he was hungover.
I think they all were.
Yeah.
They were all hungover.
Because
But
they went
back
out
then, the
borders.
rifles didn't have the safeties
Safety.
on them because they were like brand new.
Yeah.
And when he fell back, he accidentally pulled the trigger and blew his fucking brains out.
Yeah.
That's a possibility. I don't know. If the frame it wasn't filmed at the right frame rate, and what we have is so little that I don't think we're ever going to know. But I do think it was the CIA.
Do you have any idea who the black men in the suits are that are always in those photos?
Men in Black.
Yeah, they're Men in Black.
What's
They're
that?
they're there. They're there to like keep an eye on you, and if you step out of line with your information, they just step in and remind you, hey, you'll disappear if you don't shut the fuck up. They're just like part of it's not like the movie, but it's like they're just there to remind you, like, hey, we're the government, we can do whatever the fuck we want to.
Right.
That's all it is.
We got all the power.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Next one on the list. Atlantis. Did it sink? Was it
that
destroyed?
shit-
Did
that
it never
wasn't real.
exist?
No, it never existed.
Never existed.
No.
Fair,
I don't think we have, of all of the little that we've done to like explore our oceans and everything else, nothing in the last 100,000 years at least points to there ever being an Atlantis, the lost continent of Lemuria. So fucking fake, I don't even know how to say it right. I don't think any of that shit was real.
Okay. Global warming. Is it a thing or not?
I think with climate change, I think it happens naturally. I think we as humans don't help the situation, but it's going to happen if we existed or not.
So it's not a government cover-up for something. It's not something that they're doing that we.
No,
obviously aren't helping,
we're just not helping it.
Okay.
Like as a species, as Americans, I think we're doing more than certain other countries who I don't want to name: China, fucking Indonesia, Vietnam, East Africa, India. Like that part of the world where they have rivers that are literally just the top layer is trash.
Oh yeah, dude, I want. So in India, they pray to the river because it's supposed to be a god's hair that like trickles down, right?
Yeah, and then they shit in the river and everything else.
Yeah, and they drink it, and then they bathe in it to heal themselves.
Yeah, it's like shit water.
And then they throw trash.
And then they go, I don't know why COVID's spreading like crazy.
Yeah, they shit in the streets, wipe with one hand, shake with the other.
Right.
Like that's real. Like they're shitting streets.
Yeah.
Like I've seen pictures where they put a public toilet in, so they made a shrine out of it, and they just kept shitting in the streets. Like, yeah.
Jeez. Oh.
Next question on the same line. Does the government control our weather?
With HARP, yes.
What is HARP?
It is the high. What?
I saw a thing where they could make clouds.
Yeah, it's the high high
Altitude.
oral, I don't know, research project. I don't know. They were doing it back in the fucking 60s. They like caused a monsoon in Vietnam during the war, and I think that's basically the same technology that Dubai used here recently.
Yeah, to make it rain.
Yeah, it's the same technology. I think they do. I think they have, and I think they fucked some shit up, but not to the point where it would, like, the whole climate thing is covering up for that. I think it just they do cloud seeding to make rain, and sometimes they fuck up, sometimes they don't. I think it's just a crazy, wacky science project funded by the government, probably the black budget.
The Florida hotel that was destroyed and fell and people died, was that an inside job?
Okay. So one of my favorite theories about this one that I've heard, that I read recently.
There was a Florida that was...
Florida condo that collapsed in on itself like a month ago that killed people, and I don't even watch TV and I fucking knew about that.
I don't.
So one of my favorite theories was John McAfee had a 37 terabyte hard drive with somebody that was living in that condo, right? Of all of the shit that the Clintons did, that everything that had anything to do with Epstein, and all this government shit. What?
The diddlers.
Yeah, all of this stuff. He had a 37 terabyte hard drive, or 37 terabytes worth of information about all of them people. Well, they finally figured out where it was, so they killed McAfee and then collapsed that that condo to kill that person, to destroy all the evidence. As you know, they weren't even done like going through it before they were just scooping that shit up to take it to the landfill to search for bodies that way. They were probably going and looking for remains of those, all of that information. Now, is that true? Probably. Do I believe it? Yes. But it could have just been, it's Florida, poor maintenance. Everybody was on coke in the 80s,
right,
and 70s. And under every single building inspector's folder was an envelope full of cash, maybe like a couple of 8-balls.
I was going to say, yep.
And it's so fucking hot and humid. We don't have concrete like they used to.
No.
That wall and into the Black Sea or wherever the fuck it is, it's just gotten harder over the last couple thousand years. The water, our shit, that's like some some dollar store, Dollar General fucking concrete.
That's because when we started making businesses, they first had the idea of making stuff to last, and they realized we can't keep trading money if that's the thing. This system that we built to keep power won't work if we make things last forever.
Yeah, well, that's part of it. But what do I think? What do I truly, honestly believe? That collapsed because of cocaine. Because of cocaine use in the 1970s and 80s and bribes.
Well, and
honestly.
Look at Texas, right? All their pipes should have been buried. I don't understand why they weren't buried. It's not like they don't get snow there.
It is rare. When I was a baby and it snowed in Houston, not only did it snow about a quarter of an inch, the entire city shut down. My dad went to 6 or 7 different 7-Elevens trying to find a disposable camera.
Right.
They were all fucking bought out by the time he was getting to them to take pictures of that quarter inch of fucking snow. It doesn't snow down there in below a certain line. You get up into the Panhandle and there's tornadoes and it gets shitty. But dude, if you're in an area where it routinely hits 90 degrees at fucking midnight, in South Texas during the summertime, it's not snowing in the wintertime. I promise you that.
It does.
It did once.
It did.
And it fucked some shit up.
Right.
But
that's kind of my point. You should have still buried them underground.
I mean, why waste the money for something that may or may not happen? Because it may or may not happen.
Right.
It's so much more expensive to prepare for something that...
I think having them above ground is just a dumb idea anyways. There's a lot more that could go wrong. Just
trip over them or whatever.
There's something hit it.
Somebody cuts into it.
If you're out there driving your car where the pipeline is, then...
Or it's easy to attack and destroy,
those where some of these pipes are, it's not easy to get to. It's not easy to attack, and that shit's thick enough that it's got to withstand, a lot of fucking pressure.
Right,
lot of pressure. You could hit that shit with a fucking hammer all day long and ain't gonna do nothing.
Right.
Plus, when it's above ground, you can do maintenance on it. way easier. You ain't got to fucking,
Right.
you ain't
Dig
got
it
to
up.
send all that equipment out to dig it all up because it's not going to be, 4 dudes with shovels digging that shit up. You got to send all the equipment out, excavators. Oh, it's a huge fucking hassle. When it's above ground, if you got to like go check on shit, then you send the dude out with a little X-ray thing to X-ray the welds, make sure everything's good, and then you can just keep going.
Okay.
Like it's
That's what I was gonna try and do.
it's cool shit. Like I did do some work at this compressor station because somebody backed into a fucking pipe, and the pipe ran underground. They had to dig all of that shit up.
Yep.
X-ray all the pipes, find the bad spots, re-weld all the fucking pipes, and then bury it all again. Mm-hmm. When if it was above ground, they could have just, dude, still would have backed into the pipe,
Right.
but they could have just came along, X-rayed it, and seen that okay, well we got to do this little bit of maintenance, done it, fucking
done
bailed.
it. That's
Yeah.
very valid points. Very valid points.
Last conspiracy theory question I have. Only this one. Yes or no? Does jet fuel melt steel beams?
No,
Does it heat it up enough to the point that the integrity of it gets
No.
ruined? No.
I don't believe so.
Okay.
There's not enough time in this day to go down that rabbit hole. It really isn't.
What's above all? What's your favorite conspiracy theory? Not even one that you believe, just your
Son.
favorite top conspiracy theory.
9/11.
Okay. Okay.
Without
Just because
shadow of
there's
doubt.
so much
Shadow
to
of a
it.
doubt.
So
Yeah,
much to
9/11.
it. We
Package
lived
there.
through it.
Yeah.
We also
Building
lived
7.
through it.
Building
Pretty
7.
young.
Yeah.
Why? Why did Building 7 collapse?
Oh,
Why?
I have no idea.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It was filled with paper copies of a ton of shit from the fucking government.
Oh yeah.
Just
Wanted
collapsed.
it gone?
Yeah,
No,
that's how you do it.
Well, remember the
7 hours later.
what got hit at the same time was Pentagon.
Yeah, the Pentagon.
And then they didn't even find a thing that hit it. Somehow, some made a huge hole in it. And they didn't find any remains of that thing.
Yeah, everything like burned up.
I think jet fuel will fuck up an airplane real quick, but big thick ass, once again, THICC, some thick boy girders holding up a fucking 80-story building are not going to be like affected by a couple thousand gallons of fucking jet fuel. Oh, you got all that paper that's catching the paper so much fucking hotter. Like no, like I don't think that would happen. I think it would disintegrate a fucking plane.
Gotcha.
100%. Do I think a plane flew into the towers? Yes.
But that's not what caused it.
Yeah, I think there was a controlled demolition.
Look at this.
Yeah, I mean,
Like,
I
here's
think,
the reason.
Well,
Look up
well,
so you don't look down.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
I
here's
mean-
a reason, right?
I mean, Osama bin Laden had already bombed the trade centers
That was like
with a
90s.
yeah, 1993 with a just like Timothy McVeigh went under into the parking garage with a fucking truck full of explosives, and it like did a little bit of damage.
Yeah, like Fight Club. At the end of Fight Club,
Yeah.
they have the trucks full of whatever.
Yeah, and then they all just like collapsed, just like the Twin Towers.
Yeah.
But I mean, fucking one plane being allowed to fly, and that was the plane that had fucking Osama bin Laden's family allowed to fly out on 9/11. Tell me that something's not fucking up with that.
Yeah.
But the Saudis, like, we knew about it, we let it happen. The Saudis were the ones that fucking paid for it, but because we at the time were buying, and now we're back to buying oil from them. We allowed that shit to happen so we could keep buying oil, making them fucking richer. And it started the Patriot Act, which is the most unconstitutional fucking piece of shit possible. Then that led into, well, our current day thing where everyone just, oh, my FBI agent who's watching me.
Yeah.
That shit ain't funny. Like, that's not how you're supposed to live, man. That is, like, fucking scripted.
Right.
Like, you had that, and a forever war that's fucked now. Like, it led to all kinds of, like, truly awful, awful shit.
Yeah. Well, a lot of people are willing to give up a lot of rights to feel safe and not make decisions.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
who was it said?
They're willingly.
Fucking,
Sheep.
Yep.
I can't remember who said it, but, those that give up freedom to feel safety deserve neither. That's not like the actual quote. That's not
Right.
verbatim. I forget who said that, but I mean, it's true. Like, it 100% is fucking...
And I heard someone say, if you have no freedoms in a time of an emergency, then you don't have freedoms.
Yeah, no, like the shit that's going on right now across this planet over the last, 2 years is the most insane, bonkers fucking shit I think I've ever seen in my fucking life. Like, a virus that has what 99.8% survivability rate. Even fucking like the only people really are killing are the
boomers,
weak, older people, and people that already had pre-existing conditions. Fucking fat people, smokers, people with asthma, shit like that. Normal healthy people. Fucking my 89-year-old aunt fucking got COVID. Fucking, is she still around?
Yeah.
Like, dude that I used to work with is fucking 50-something years old. Him and both of his parents that are still alive in their fucking 90s all caught COVID. They're all still around. Now, some people die from it. If not, it wouldn't be 100%, it would be 100% survivability.
Right.
But to fucking freak out and lose your shit the way that this planet did over something that kills less people than fucking heart disease, like, or life itself.
Right.
Like, dude, no. And what, like, Australia's doing right now, and what, just, it's fucking bonkers, and
I couldn't believe when Australia took people's guns, and then we were all just
the Port Arthur massacre, some dude with an IQ of fucking 68, fucking who's right-handed, walked into a fucking restaurant using his left hand from the hip, got like 27 headshots, firing 27 shots. Like, get the fuck out of here, dude. IQ of like 68.
Right. Yeah.
But we have people like just that can't wait to be like, oh, Mr. Big Daddy Government, come take my gun so I can suck the teeth of the American government anymore.
Save me.
It's like, man, get the fuck out of here.
Right.
With that bullshit, man. Like, miss me with that shit, no cap.
Oh.
2 more final questions.
Okay.
First one is a little personal for you. Given no budget, what is your favorite beer, one that we should try?
My favorite beer?
Yeah, one that you think audience should try. If you see it, go out. If you see it, automatically pick it up.
Fucking,
Guinness.
No. Fucking, if you hadn't asked that, Revolution Brewery, Antihero.
Oh, okay.
Anti-hero.
Definitely not Filthy McNasty's, brewed in Columbus, Ohio. Fuck that place.
Yeah.
Fuck that brewery. That shit was like, it took me 45 minutes to drink one can, and you know how I drink.
Oh.
Yeah.
Way too much, way too quickly. It took me 45 minutes to drink that can.
It's like Mickey's.
He said it was like
It's 9% alcohol.
coagulated, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's practically, it was like blood.
Oh.
It was like gross blood, dude. With like a metallic taste. It tasted like, I probably was drinking like camel blood.
Probably.
Filled with fucking alcohol.
Vitamins. Here you go. Vitamin B, it gives you energy.
Yeah, barely. Oh shit the next day.
Last question here, and this is kind of more advice again.
Yeah.
What is something that we should be looking out for, or something you should purchase, or something to protect yourself from the events that are going to happen coming soon?
Iodine tablets.
Iodine tablets?
No. No, you probably should have some just in case. But,
Number one thing.
I don't know, man. Like, number one, I don't know about what to buy, but like the number one thing you should look out for is in every single fucking app that you download, you need to look and see what permissions you're giving that app.
Yep.
Now, somebody was like even the McDonald's app wants access to your fucking photos.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Why?
They want
like
coupons.
Dude, they want access to your contacts. Why?
Yeah.
Why? Get the fuck out of here. No.
Yeah, that's like every single app, they want access to all this shit. You need to look at what you're putting on your phone and computer and tablets and everything else. See what permissions you're giving them. And honestly, like, dude, like, for life advice, man, I'd say shut the fucking TV off.
Yeah.
Like, cancel that shit. Get the fuck away from television. Mm-hmm. You gotta read more.
Go see
and
life.
Delete your fucking Facebook. Like, just because, I mean, it's fucking Facebook. But, go reactivate your MySpace account because Tom was better than that.
Yeah.
But no, like,
Tom was our friend.
yeah, he was. He was. He never.
You had to be his friend.
Yeah, he never spied on me though.
No,
like,
dude.
Unlike Zuckerberg, that fucking reptilian.
Him and his little
Dude,
dry
so
erase
fucking
board
weird,
behind him.
Yeah, no. But like, yeah, man, like, just shut the fucking television off, man. Stay off Facebook. Stay off, like, a lot of these social media sites, man, honestly. They're fucking trash. They're bad for you. You get, like, you learn bad shit.
Listen.
You learn bad advice. Like, the amount of fucking videos I've seen where it's like, I am today years old, makes me want to just fling my phone across whatever room I'm in. If I'm near the state line, I'll fling it across state lines. Every one of them, just, dude, you gotta get away from it, man. Read a fucking book once in a while, man. Go outside, go out in nature. That's probably the best thing. Go outside, dude. Like, fuck, like, the whole, like, lockdown bullshit, man.
Yeah.
Like, if you want to wear a mask, wear a mask. That's cool. Don't have an issue with that. If you want to stay in your house like a fucking hermit, because Big Papa government says so, fucking, dude, stay there. Stay there. Suck the government's dick all day long. I don't care. Don't tell anybody else how to fucking do. But, like, dude, just, like, go the fuck outside. Right. Like, go outside, like, even though I don't look like I go outside much, I do, surprisingly, a lot
Well, we were
outside.
talking about photos earlier.
Yeah. Like, I got some photos on my phone of all them fucking rattlesnakes up on that fucking pad up there in Towanda. Big fucking, 8-foot-long eastern timber rattlers. They're, like, as thick as my fucking forearm.
Damn.
Sunning out, like, they had a snake wrangler up there. Every morning fucking picking up snakes. Yeah. We're in, like, state game lanes number 12 or some shit up in Towanda. Like, you're driving through the state game lanes, and there's just, like, fucking rattlesnakes and deer and eagles and shit. Like, it's very America. Yeah. Like, it's the most American thing possible, is you're, like, driving through, and you're like, man, look at all this fucking nature, and then you were, like, crest up over this hill, and you're like, man, look at all that equipment. It's, like, fucking, like, $200 million worth of fucking pumps and all this other shit up there, just, like, whoa, full bore, just fucking blowing smoke out and fucking exploding the crust of the earth fucking 3 miles under our feet. It's fucking awesome.
I guess the very last thing I have for you is...
Oh, we could keep going.
What is going on with your squid Twitter?
Okay. So, I have not been on my fucking squid account in quite a while. Because I was starting to get a little nervous about... I was getting banned on several different other platforms for trolling people. So I kind of backed up off my fucking squid profile for a little bit, but I did get blocked pretty recently. Not recently, within the last, like, I don't know, I'd say like 5 months by... Oh, man, I don't even remember who the fuck it was. They blocked me, though, pretty quickly, though. But, yeah.
You did the singer guy or something. What, I don't know.
I've done a lot of people. I did, like, Elon Musk and all them fucking people.
Yeah, but like, kind of fill people in about what you do on that.
Oh, I just send random famous people pictures of squids. Like, I have a bunch of pictures of squids on my phone, and I'll just occasionally get on Twitter and just tweet, like, I'll just tweet a picture of, like, a squid to Elon Musk, or, like, Bill Gates, or, like, fucking, I think I sent one to Jen Psaki, a picture of squid. Like,
who's Jen Psaki?
The, what's her name for this administration? She does all the questions and shit. For the reporters every day. The secretary. The
press secretary.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So like I sent her like a picture of a squid. I'm probably currently being watched because of that. I didn't get blocked, but she probably fucking. I'm probably being like I'm on a watch list now. I probably won't ever be able to fly again.
Hey man, everybody's on a watch list.
But like I'll send like porn stars pictures of squids. You know, I've been blocked by I don't know how many porn stars on there. Male and female. I don't give a shit. I will send like if I see you and I'm like, oh, I know who you are, or if I don't even have to know who you are. But like I'll just send like I sent Johnny Depp. No, I sent Johnny Depp a tweet saying something like something about Amber Heard and like better than that. No, about him being better than her.
Yeah.
And like
a good one.
Yeah, and then like I told Mark Hamill, I tweeted Mark Hamill that fucking Randy Quaid was a better actor than him. I never got anything from that though.
Should have sent him a picture of a Dianaga.
I don't know what that is.
That's the thing that sucked him under in the trash compactor.
Oh, okay. Okay, yeah, I'm not a Star Wars person. As much as I love aliens, I probably should have watched Star Wars.
Yeah, that is weird. Well, have you ever liked TV or movies or anything like that?
I watch movies.
Got a lot of movies.
Yeah, I watch a lot of movies. I just don't watch television.
Okay.
Yeah, I just never... Like, I saw the original Star Wars movies, and I was like, man, it's not for me. But now, like, who else have I tweeted?
It's Space Samurai, so, like, I understand why it's not for everybody.
Yeah, I mean, it's just like an opera, I guess.
Oh, yeah, that's what
Like,
wrestling
it's-
is.
Yeah, but wrestling's fucking real. Don't let them tell you it's fake. Don't ever tell you it's fake. Because you got to be real 100% of the time
yeah.
to get in that ring.
Oh, yeah.
Smell what The Rock is cooking.
Amen.
Let Stone Cold Steve Austin slam a beer over
Oh,
your head.
yeah, I did.
You got to
well,
be real.
Well, Terry Hogan, they broke his arm when he was trying to get
Yeah,
it.
I mean,
Just to
look
prove
at
that.
look at all the damage. What's his name has taken over the years.
Mankind.
Randy
Yeah.
Savage.
No, not
No,
Randy
no,
Savage.
Mick Foley.
Mick Foley. No, Randy Savage has done, I think, more coke than most people
Yeah,
could ever consume in their
yeah,
lives.
Yeah, and he also was very protective of his wife.
Yeah, I don't know anything about that stuff.
Yeah.
But
Miss Kimberly, do you remember her?
no, I never really got into it.
Actually, we have a news article about Randy Savage. One of our other earlier podcasts. Go ahead and take a look at that.
Oh,
when
yeah,
you
we
have
do.
some time.
Yeah, we do.
Oh yeah, good throwback to
Yeah, it's
yourself.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, watch
I mean, that's
previous
good. Plug
episodes.
yourself.
Yeah.
You got any books to plug?
Yeah,
So I'm currently
my
reading. I'm currently reading absolutely nothing. So
I
there's
don't read.
No, I don't. I can't read. That's why I drive a truck in the oil field because I can't read. Who are you? Sometimes I forget who I am, like where I am. I'm in
Right.
Pennsylvania, right?
No.
Drew, Drax.
Speaking of plugs,
Yes.
I got that plug.
Would you like to plug our crap?
yes, sir. We're on Facebook at Lunch Table PBJ. No dot there. We're on Twitter at PA Lunch Table. We're on Instagram at thelunchtable.pbj.
I'm
We're
like, get away from all social media. Like, stay the fuck
Oh,
off.
I know.
this.
I know. We're telling them to
Yeah,
follow.
go to Facebook. Delete your fucking Facebook, guy.
Yeah, except ours.
Yeah,
Except- yeah.
except for this one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
Come
I
back
don't-
and take a look at it or
to
break
be,
out.
to be honest, to be fair, eventually I want to get our own website and literally just use the crap out of these sites. Like literally just use them to funnel the people to my website.
Yeah.
And then, run a lot of shit from there.
Yeah, I mean that's understandable. I mean
Yeah.
you gotta do that. I think really what you should do is like once you hit like
We got to play the follower game, unfortunately.
when you get to like a certain point, you should just have the podcast like transcribed,
Yeah.
printed out, and then put into a book. And then tell people like you can buy my book off Amazon, this fucking commie website. I'm sure you guys have heard about it. It's where you buy cheap Chinese garbage.
Right.
It's Amazon. Thanks, Jeff Bezos.
Thank you.
You super villain.
Yeah, go build a rocket. We got a bunch of stories about him in our previous episodes, too.
Take a look at those.
Yeah.
We're at TikTok at the Lunch Table PBJ. No dot there either. We're on Patreon. Take a look at us. Search for the Lunch Table, and you'll
Oh,
find
you guys
us.
set up a Patreon?
Yes, sir.
No shit.
Yeah. Dude, if people want to give us money, man, I'm willing.
Yeah, absolutely, man.
Yeah.
I'll be part of that, man. I'll blow a donkey on fucking camera for like $220. Like, it's all right.
That's good because we got a donkey lined up and my jaw hurts.
Perfect, man.
Well, we have an email set up if you want to send anything, any cool ideas or anything that we should double check and check out. So
Check it out.
that is reynoldslunchtable@gmail.com.
Right.
That is also associated with the YouTube that we have just launched. We put up one of our videos with our interview with our barber,
Yeah.
our friend
With our barber.
Jared, and that was our first video.
Yeah.
Go ahead and take a look at that. Just make sure that whenever you try and look us up and try and find us, you look for the PBJ sandwich emblem.
Yes,
That's going to
always.
show that coming to us.
It's us. It always going to have an olive in it. Because just like us, it's a little off.
Classy and fun.
Yes, classy and fun.
Sure. Do not try to find my Twitter.
No.
Absolutely do not.
No.
Do not find my Facebook that
No.
I still have. My Instagrammy.
No.
Do not find my YouTube account.
No.
Because you definitely are not going to want to see some of that stuff.
He doesn't want to make friends with you.
Yeah, no, absolutely
Simple
not.
as that.
Although my YouTube channel has a bunch of videos of my dog taking a shit, so if you're into like watching
Dogs
Saint Bernard
poop?
taking a shit, yeah,
Yeah.
you can go to my channel then.
Dude.
I've got like 5 videos of Max
That's
taking a
funny.
shit out in the yard.
I hope that blows up.
Oh, I do too.
Oh,
Well,
yes.
one of them's got like, I don't know, 3,000-4,000 views.
That's
Yeah.
awesome. That's
Yeah,
awesome.
I'm like comments like, I love this. I'm like, well, why?
Right.
Why?
I did this
as a
satirically.
joke. Yeah.
I did this to make fun of YouTube.
Yeah,
Don't
no,
you
I just did it
understand?
because I thought it was funny. And he was like
Right.
taking a big old shit. And I was like, oh, man, I'm fucking.
Honestly, I think you should start talking your conspiracy theories on there.
I definitely won't. This is the first time we're really doing anything on camera, anyways.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not, like, camera ready.
Right.
Like, I am not pretty. Maybe if I'd, like, cleaned up the facial hair some and, like,
I
wore a
don't
hat.
think, dude.
Hey, man, I
dude,
think you
if
did
you
great.
flip through half these people, Trust me.
Yeah, I know.
You
It's
wouldn't have
just
to be that.
it's just one of those things. You guys are more comfortable doing this on camera.
Oh
anyways.
yeah. Well, this is like our 40th time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
you can't compare. Yeah.
I know it's like apples and oranges and tangerines.
Yeah, and fruits.
Fucking like
They're all
fucking
fruits.
Gay fruits.
Yes, we're all fruity
kiwis-
around here
kiwis
in the
are
lunch
gay.
table. We're all just a
the only
bit
manly
fruity.
fruit's a banana.
And
'Cause it looks. Well, I mean,
it looks.
it looks like a wiener. It looks
Yeah.
like a penis.
Yeah.
That's if you
And
don't, if you didn't get the joke, whoever's listening to this, it's a dick.
There's no way you can't eat a banana sexually. Every time you eat a banana, it looks sexual.
Even
That's not
through the
true.
peel?
Knife and fork.
What if I just
Knife and fork?
Yeah.
That's sexual to somebody.
What if I,
There's
I mean,
what if I just
probably
bit the
is,
peel
but-
with the banana in it?
Oh well, dude. There's people that like to
I
shove
will
things
give
up
you
a
like, I will give you like $25 to do that.
I'll eat a banana right now.
All right, you're good banana. I want to see you eat it with the peel
You
on
got a
it.
banana?
I don't think so. Well, in my opinion. But you're not like that one. Well, I'd like to thank Nick. Thanks for coming on, man.
All right, yeah, that's weird. Left-handed.
Yeah,
So
left-handed,
that's,
but-
I'm not left-handed. All right,
Me
nice to
neither.
meet you. I think again.
No, dude, it was fun. It was fun. I really liked. I really loved our conversation. Actually, it was fun.
Yeah. Well, I mean, maybe next time like I can get more deep into it.
Oh yeah, dude.
Like, or just talk about other shit too. I mean,
Yeah.
I am a man of
Multiple
many
talents.
Yeah, many facets. It's not just conspiracies and aliens.
No, we
Fucking
just thought it would be
shit,
fun
Bigfoot.
to kind of bullcrap. Let
yeah,
everyone
no.
introduce you and get their feet wet.
Yeah, I mean, it was fun. Maybe next time, I mean, I'll probably like dress up as Bigfoot.
Oh, dude, that'd be sweet.
Like, I'll get like I'll
Chewbacca
order
uniform.
I'll order a Chewbacca outfit off fucking Amazon. It probably won't fit. Like you remember like fat guy? But yeah, I'll like bend over and I'll just split.
Right. So, if anyone has comments that they want to talk about today, or questions or concerns, leave them in the comments. Maybe we'll look at them.
Yeah, you're supposed to like and smash that like and
Yeah, smash
share.
that and share.
Smash
subscribe.
it. Smash.
But I'm more.
Smash the
I know people are
patriarchy.
gonna hate what we said because we said some true things.
Yeah, I said some stuff that's probably gonna be like,
Right.
You can't like,
So
nice try on the YouTube.
you can go ahead and you can complain all you want. Leave what you want down in the comments. I'm gonna read. I'm gonna laugh. It's no big deal.
Are you gonna edit or bleep anything I said?
Probably not. No. Do you want us
There's
to?
a couple things. Probably when like I dropped, not the. But
Yeah.
like when I said, like, you probably want to go through like the whole podcast and like find out.
Right. Well, we downloaded the yay sign from Halo when you shoot a grunt. And
Yeah.
it goes, yay! The birthday sign.
Oh, sweet.
Right, and I think it would be fun to kind of
Oh,
use
yeah.
that. Yeah, yeah.
Like, hey, Mike, yay!
Yeah.
Yeah, that's gonna
Right.
be really, really good.
Well, on that note, thanks for stopping. It's getting a little more fun here.
A little bit. See ya.